Coming up on this episode of Cade Friends, I am joined this week with Lexi. Hi.
Hi.
So can we talk about Becky?
Becky, the painter.
Actually, there was a lemonade stand outside of Becky's art studio,
Yes,
and it
there
said
was.
free lemonade.
No, well, that was outside of Becky's studio.
Oh. It
Was Becky
like-
holding them hostage?
And here's just to be clear here. There's nothing certain that was Becky. I mean, I was talking to this lady who I assume is Becky about the paintings. I never got her name. I just got Becky.
Becky, yeah.
We're gonna get Becky.
Hello and welcome to Cade Friends. I am Cade and I am joined this week with Lexi. Hi.
Hi.
That's Alex's girlfriend. And Alex is also here.
I'm here with my girlfriend.
Oh yeah. Woo.
They really cheered once I said girlfriend.
Yeah. So it's the first time that Lexi's been on. We technically
Christmas special.
Christmas special, holiday special. We did a really good 10 minutes there. We learned a lot there.
Yep.
Most of the TikToks and shorts and stuff came from that section because we talked a lot about mall Santas. A lot of mall related content with Lexi.
Yeah. I mean,
We have
that
a
is
through
true.
line.
Hey, Lexi, what is your shirt?
It's Shrek.
So is mine.
Are you copying me?
Some people could say we're wearing the same
Some people would
exact
say you're
shirt.
copying me.
So I had asked them this.
Oh.
Like, where did they get this? Because I just assumed you guys got it printed yourself or something. And you essentially brought your own black T-shirts to some person. Maybe you got someone just ironed it on there, and you picked just a random still from Shrek. And that is not the case. You got this.
We got it from
at
Target.
a Target.
Just a regular Target, not a super Target.
Yeah. Which that's odd. That's a choice. Like someone knows what they're doing there because it looks very handmade.
It's weird that they chose just. I mean, I guess the square fits it, but like any other shirt that you look at there, it wasn't a square, was it? I don't think it was, Alex. No. Well, we ordered these online though, I guess. So. Well, we ordered yours online.
Yeah, because they didn't have my size. But we also got a Jurassic Park shirt as well.
But they have designs. Like they're
Yeah.
not. This is like
they have
this
design
is
tees.
this is a rectangle as if it is a pure like still from the movie.
And someone just put it on there.
Yeah, did no cropping, did no design work. They just put a full frame still of the movie and an odd one too.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where this is from. I had to tell Alex this. This is actually from
It's from
Shrek
Shrek.
2.
Oh.
Shrek 2, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see this.
When they enter Doom
Yeah.
Lock, as I learned.
Yeah, and
This is where the little puppets are, right?
yes. And it's when they go to say white mine or whatever.
And then
yeah.
at the end, it takes the photo because it's like a ride photo or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're like mocking Disney,
Yeah. Mocking.
Disneyland.
Or it's a small world, I think. Yeah.
The whole thing is that was supposedly Farquaad was making fun of Michael Eisner.
No one liked Eisner.
And they said it looked a lot like him, and that was the whole point, was that it was kind of supposed to be mocking him.
Because he was short?
Because, Katzenberg, who created DreamWorks, he used to run the animated division of Disney, and he was supposed to be the one who took over, and he thought, and then he got ousted, and so he went and created DreamWorks, and then supposedly Farquaad is, and you could kind of see it, facial. I don't know if Michael Eisner was short or not. I guess we can ask. Hey Google, what was Michael Eisner's height? He's still alive. I don't know.
Michael Eisner is 6 feet 3 inches tall.
So he's tall.
Wow.
So maybe he was just trying to I don't know.
Yeah.
That's our height, Alex. Is that what
Yeah.
you are? 6'3"?
6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, 6'2". Yeah.
Yeah. No.
So he's taller than us, really.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah, that is we're wearing a couple shirts. We are matching shirts for the podcast.
He threatened me, actually. Because I wasn't going to wear this. I was like, should I wear something else? And he was like, no, I'm wearing Shrek. You wear Shrek.
So you
What's that,
brought this.
threaten? That sounds a little bad.
So you guys both brought these with you.
Yep, for this purpose.
For this purpose?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime we come down here, Cade, the plan is to film something with you, and so the plan was to finally get Lexi on, and it was like, well, let's wear matching shirts.
We could have told me I could have worn my Shrek shirt.
Do you have a Shrek shirt?
I do not.
Oh, we
could
could
have bought
have
one.
got him one. We could have got him
Could
one.
have got me little ears or something.
I have ears. I do. I bought them. I didn't get to wear them, but I did. I do have Shrek ears. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have brought. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
I'm sorry. We bought these shirts for when we went to Universal.
Oh.
I don't think we ever wore.
We
these,
never wore
though.
them.
We wore different shirts because they took out Shrek.
Well, yeah, that. But we
Minions.
also severely underestimated like how many shirts we needed and when we would be able to wear them. So
Yeah, we kind of thought we would go back to the hotel to change, and we never went.
Probably wouldn't be good to wear black and.
No, it wouldn't have been
that's
good.
what we soon found out.
Yeah, but we went down there in decent weather.
Did you go to the Wizarding World?
We
Yes,
did.
we did. We had matching shirts for that too. We had Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw for his mom.
You're Hufflepuff?
Oh, Hufflepuff.
Are you sorry about that?
But I retook the test and I came out Slytherin, so I'm a Slitherpuff.
Sliver, yeah, that's what we said. I think you said that you more resonate with Hufflepuff than you do Slytherin or something like that.
But I don't know. As I get older, I become more Slytherin.
Interesting.
Yeah, you sneaky little snake.
Yeah.
So you a fan of Harry Potter? Both of you?
Yeah, don't ask me questions though.
I like Harry Potter. I mean, I can't say I'm a huge fan of J.K. Rowling, but I like Harry Potter.
It landed at the right time.
Yeah. Yes.
And it was kind of the one.
It was the chosen one.
Well, I just mean time wise with how we were, our lives. At least.
Well, then we had the Hunger Games as well.
We did also have the Hunger Games was very big. That I would say that book series landed at the right time. Like the movies for Harry Potter was the right time for us, but the book series and then later the movies.
Yeah.
But the book series for us was that was the big book series.
Those were-
Twilight was also kind of big, but it was a little bit before.
The Divergent series.
Divergent was really good. I really liked Divergent.
I think I read the first two books and I couldn't finish the last one.
That was me for Hunger Games. I only read the first two Hunger Games books.
Oh.
I don't read books, but I did read the first two Hunger Games books.
So that says a lot.
It does say a lot, actually. I never read a single Harry Potter book.
I was gonna say I haven't read any of the Divergent, Hunger Games, Harry Potter books, but I've watched the movies. People tell me I should though.
Read the books.
Was there any series you got into, books wise?
Not really, no. I'm more of just like offset, like I don't know, like horror books, stuff like that, and mystery books, stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you ever read Margaret Peterson Haddox, any of her books?
Yes.
I was a big fan of her. Like the Shadow Children series was really good.
Yes. Or did she also do
Missing.
that time, the time?
Yeah,
book?
whatever.
Missing
Time.
Children?
The one, where they were taken out of different parts of the history.
Yes.
One was called Missing, wasn't it? Or something. It was called, one was called Found.
Margaret Haddox. Here we go. She's only 59. She's gone. So yeah,
Do you think Margaret Peterson Haddox would be in our series?
I think so because we are big fans of her.
We are big fans of her. I've
have
read
no
pretty
idea
much.
who this is.
I've read a lot of her. I think this has come up before in conversations. So yeah, I mean, I have read as soon as to a point, and then there was a point where I just stopped reading hers because I grew older. But there was a whole group of all of those Shadow Children ones I read.
Mm-hmm, yep.
Among the Hidden and
Among the Brave, among the Enemy.
But I even read a lot of these one-off ones of. So all of those are in that.
Sabotage, Torn,
Sabotage.
Caught, Risked.
See, those are I haven't read.
Oh, she has a new series out, Cade.
So go.
But then there's this one called The Uprising, which I
back.
kind of want to read now. Go back.
You have so many other books you haven't read though yet.
So she's in Ohio. She was born in Ohio.
Where does she live now?
She went to Miami. Does she not have a Wikipedia page?
That's what I'm looking for. This is
Margaret, we're
thrilling
trying to
stuff.
get you-
Yeah, the Shadow Children in the Missing series, and she's also in the series The 39 Clues. So you would like that. That's mystery.
Would I?
She,
Am I supposed to, do you want me to get the book? I'll buy it right now. Yeah.
Biography.
So read about Margaret Peterson Haddox for us.
All right, Haddox grew up on a farm about halfway between two small towns, Washington Courthouse, Ohio, and Sabina, Ohio. Her family was predominantly
these?
farmers, and she grew up
No idea.
in a family of voracious readers. Some of her favorite books growing up...
Excuse me?
Voracious readers.
Voracious. Oh, okay.
Some of her favorite books growing up included E.L. Königsberg books, Harriet the Spy, Anne of Green Gables, Lewis...
I know that book.
Yeah.
You do? Oh. Yeah. Lewis May Alcott's Little Women, Anne Frank.
Why did you mention it? Why'd you look at me when you said that?
A long pause. She only wrote one thing, right?
God.
Well, right? Am I wrong?
You're right.
Well, what I don't like about this list is that they are a mix of authors and then specific works by authors and then like series. Like it's a bizarre situation.
Well, there's only 2 more. Rebecca Sunnybrook Farm in The Little Princess. She graduated from Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, not Florida, with creative writing.
Oh, you're right.
She was an assistant cook at a 4-H camp.
Do you know where Oxford, Ohio is?
I think I've heard of it, but I don't know where it's at.
Do you know where Miami University is?
No, but I do know somebody that went to Miami University.
Oh, there you go.
She has more than 40 books. Oh my God, 40. She lives in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. I do know where that's at. It'd be a little weird if I didn't know.
We could get her on the series.
I think if I visit you, we do a interview with Margaret Peterson Haddox. Think Scholastic would sign off on us?
Yeah. This is the Palace Chronicles. The first one was in 99. The second one was in 08, and then in 2015. She really would.
So I read Just Ella, but I don't think I've read any of the other ones.
Are you going to go back and read these now?
I don't know. So I read.
I kind of want to read this new one that she's got
these
going
standalone ones. I read Running Out of Time. Do you remember that? The twist is that it's kind of like the spoiler alert. It's kind of like, in fact, they sued M. Night Shyamalan for The Village because the twist it's not even a twist. It kind of comes out early in the movie. Like things like it takes place in the past, but they get an outbreak of some old like cholera or something. I don't know what it is. But it turns out when she leaves the parts of the village, it's modern day. Because it's like she thinks that she lives in the past time, but she lives in actually this living history village that people are doing for scientific purposes. And so they won't give them the vaccine in order to defeat this already defeatable virus that everyone else is able to do because we live in the modern age. And so she breaks out to go get the virus in them or get the vaccine in the modern age.
What's this book called?
It's called Running Out of Time or something like that, or Running Out of Time.
Wow.
It's a good little thing.
You made me want to read that book, Kate.
It was the one that made her most famous. It was her first book. And then Double Identity is really good. But one of the ones I really love her, and I think about it all the time, is it's called like Takeoff and Land. There it is. Takeoffs and Landings. They even have an under thing. It's not even like a science fiction thing. It's about this single mother, and she like travels around the country for like maybe it's a book thing, maybe it's kind of seems maybe personal or whatever, but it's her 2 children and these perspectives that they have kind of going off with their mother to all of these different places, and this sort of fear that they have of dying. I think their father died or something, and they are like, and she's like says, well, the only thing you have to fear about planes is the takeoff and landings. I think about that all the time because of the there's no need to fear for the whole thing, but just so I don't know, some sort of thematic things. But yeah, they go to like Chicago art thing. Anyways, sorry for.
No, I mean that does sound very interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
But we love the Shadow Children series.
I would love a film series about the Shadow Children. So what she does very interestingly is she changes protagonists. That's a routine thing of hers. Is that like. In Takeoff and Landings, they each part they switch back and forth between those, and then for Shadow Children, also like you start off with the same character being the thing, and then like it switches to like a side character in a different book being the person that's telling the story, so it switches back and forth. So each novel's kind of a different person that's telling it.
Here's the Shadow Children, the quick paragraph. A series of 7 books by Haddox about a dystopian country which suffers food shortages due to a drought and the effects of government's totalitarian attempts to control resources as a way to solidify the power. The population police enforce the government's population law, killing or imprisoning shadow children, any child born after their first 2 siblings. In some cases, a parent may choose to forge a child's identification card so a shadow child can live a normal life. And the inspiration was...
one-child policy, probably.
Yep, was China's one-child policy, but also after discussions with her husband regarding if they wanted to have more than 2 children, which developed into conversations concerning overpopulation. The Earth's limited resources and China's one-child policy.
Yeah, it's fascinating, and so like it tells the story of this kid who he has to stay home and has to stay hidden, and then like he sees someone, like he lives out in the middle of the woods, and then he's like sees someone in the other house, which is obviously another child in the other home, and
But
so
it's a hidden child.
It's a hidden child.
And yeah, but then you're right. You follow different protagonists every book. It seems like, or I think you go back to one or two.
You eventually go back. Like it does. I think in total there's like 7 books, and I think there's maybe like 3 or 4 protagonists.
Yeah.
The first, I think 2 or 3 is by the main guy, but then they completely get rid of it.
I may have just totally ruined Lexi's camera angle.
Well, why would you do that?
I was trying to stretch my legs.
Anyways, well, so Lexi,
We were having a fun little talk about books. I was very interested at that point.
Haddox, we're big Haddox fans.
I was, I mean, I was getting really interested. Like, it makes me want to read it now.
yeah, so you're dating Alex here.
Yeah. I mean, just like last time.
So how long have you guys been together?
Alex?
10 months.
Remember this can be released at any point.
Yeah. It changes every day.
It does. It changes every day. Sometimes we decide, maybe,
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about you're out. You're from Ohio, right?
yeah, from the state of corn, some people would say.
What's it like in Ohio?
That's a great question. I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, it's very, some people that have lived there for their whole life would say it's kind of boring, but I mean, I don't know. It's all over. The weather is all over. It could be rainy today. I mean, actually they're having a storm there. Then tomorrow it could be 100 degrees there. So, I mean, I guess the place where I live isn't very exciting except for we have an amusement park. And that's about it.
Haddox does not have a cameo, by the way.
Doesn't have a cameo.
It does not have cameo.
This is
That's what I was looking up.
We have moved past that.
But I wanted to look that up.
That is...
It was really sad.
I do wonder if she's under like weird Scholastic, because they're supposed to, they're the publishers of a lot of her stuff, and they're notoriously.
Should we reach out to her?
No, we could.
We could go to Columbus for her because I live in Ohio. That's what we were talking
We
about.
live in Ohio.
Yeah, I guess we do. I guess so.
You're a resident of Ohio now, right?
Yeah.
You've been there for 3 years, so yes, you technically are.
But I've been living there for school, so it's hard to say. Like, I vote in Ohio, but
No, you're only there you're there for school now. You weren't 2 years ago. The past 2 years you hadn't been.
Right.
This year you are. So technically you still meet the
But
standards.
I just started school and I just started voting. But so I now live in Ohio. Yes, is I guess the answer.
Roundabout.
But I still have like Oklahoma. I still have a lot of ties in Oklahoma, like my driver's license and
his license plate.
my license plate.
This podcast.
So
Yeah.
I like to say like I'm. What is it called?
What do I like to say?
What is it called?
I say it all the time.
I'm a dual citizen. Dual citizen.
Oh, is that it?
Dual citizenship. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I like that.
Yep. Ohio and Oklahoma. Some people are like Canada and America. I'm not though. I'm Ohio and Oklahoma.
So,
Okay.
what's interesting about Ohio is like there's a lot of like towns around there,
Their
or cities.
flag.
What?
Their flag
What's
is very unique because it has that indent in the flag.
Oh, you're right. It's not
It's
like
a,
it's not
a-
an actual
yeah, it's not a
rectangle.
square flag. It's an indented flag.
It's not a
Do you
rectangle.
not know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Is that weird to you?
No idea what the flag looks like.
Is it not? Does it have has a piece cut out of it?
Yes.
I mean, I know what you're talking about. Like, I can envision it, but I don't think I've ever seen. I didn't know that Ohio had a flag.
Yes, you did.
Did I really? Did I really? Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's even weirder design than you think it would
Yeah.
be.
Cade, you're gonna put an image up right here, though, right? Somewhere.
That's bizarre.
You've seen that, Lexi.
Oh, yeah. I guess I have. I just, at first, like,
You don't-
you didn't really just, like, I don't know. You just said it was, like,
I said
indented.
indented. Of course.
That
not.
is odd. Most flags don't
Have you actually seen
go
this flag,
down this
Lexi?
way and
yeah, I
then
have.
have a piece that's cut out into it.
businesses put the flag up.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay.
But
so that's the Ohio flag, and then Cade is he's going to put an Oklahoma flag right next to it, right over here. See, there's it's a rectangle.
Yeah.
It doesn't have indents.
Well, wait.
It's got a shield. Yeah. That's
Okay.
what it is. It has the word Oklahoma.
That is a lot better. Why are we red, white, and blue? We don't.
I actually like Ohio's flag.
Did you see? Pull up Tulsa's flag.
Oh Lord.
Because Tulsa's flag was a whole. You don't have to motion to it. Tulsa's flag was a whole debate here, but it landed on something that was actually really beautiful and really. That's a cool. It's like a modern design.
Oh.
You actually like it?
Yeah.
Ooh, it looks like melted cheese. No, I'm sure.
I feel like there could be more on it, but it's not bad.
What else do you want on there?
It is minimalist, which is nice.
So for those of you audio listeners, you just missed out on 3 different flags that Cade had up all at once.
Yeah. I don't know if I had them all up at once.
I like to give Cade extra work when he's editing these.
Are you gonna do your little thing, Alex? All up at once. Pew, pew, pew. You know.
Oh, I think you just did it.
Well, no, you should be doing.
Cade, you're gonna have to make sure that's in there now. A really quick, small.
No, but I mean, I was just saying, like, Ohio seems interesting because of how many pockets there are in it. Like it's like a small concentrated area, and then but like there are these different cities that are all around. Like there's several very big cities in Ohio.
Cleveland, Columbus, Toledo.
I was gonna say, I thought he was gonna like test me on it. I was like, oh, I gotcha. I mean, yeah, there's Cincinnati.
Dayton.
I mean, Dayton's pretty big, even though it's the 6th largest, one, but it's
like people know it.
People know it.
People know a lot of things.
Martin Sheen's from there.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
No idea either. But there's a lot of cities people can name there. Like I'm sure, like
Name them right now.
I just did.
Name them again.
Okay, Cleveland, Columbus, Toledo. You missed what Lexi was doing. They were doing that.
I didn't.
So you're gonna have to pop those in now.
Throw them out there.
He's just gonna edit that part out. He's just saying, and cut. But no, it's a lot of cities that people name.
You named 3, but that's fine.
Well, I can name more, but I was trying to save you work.
I'll get ready.
Okay, Lexi, we got Cleveland, we got Toledo, we got Cincinnati, we got Columbus, we got Dayton. That's 4. That's 5.
Was there 5?
That's 5, right?
I'm doing my bit. I'm not.
We got Sandusky. If you know Cedar Point, you would know that one. So,
Yeah.
So sort of that one. Maybe a fizzle on the
I don't think
Sandusky
anybody
one.
ever. Yeah, I was about to say, when you say, like, when people are like, where do you live? And I'm like, oh, I live in Sandusky. They're like, I'm like,
in between Toledo.
I'm like, oh, no, I don't say that at all.
Toledo.
I'm like, Cedar Point. Toledo.
I think you already said Toledo.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. Like Cedar Point's there. And then sometimes they're like, they need a refresher. I'm like, I live on top of Top Thrill Dragster. That's where I'm at.
Did you guys ever watch The Boys? Because there's a whole thing in Sandusky there.
The Boys.
The Boys, the Amazon superhero show.
No.
No, I don't think I have.
You should.
Akron.
Akron.
Do people know Akron?
People know Akron.
I mean, I feel like they know Akron, but I don't think it's like that big.
Okay.
So this is this is the order of population.
Yeah, so it goes Columbus, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Toledo, Akron, Dayton, Parma, Canton, Lorain, Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Who's
Hamilton?
It's a city.
Youngstown.
Yeah, and then there's Youngstown and Springfield.
So Canton, we had a film thing there.
We did.
Yeah.
We had our movie Ribbon.
Ribbon was played for a weekend in a indie theater there in Canton, which is cool. It's the only place they did that at.
Yeah, in Ohio.
And you did a little speech there.
Yeah, I did a little meet and greet and talked about the film. It was
what's Canton? What's Canton like?
Well, you have to remember, I got there about 30 minutes before it started, and so I didn't really get to view it around. But when I went, they were redoing the downtown. They were revitalizing it.
Revitalizing it. There is a lot of, because I think there's a university in Canton. There's just a lot of universities in general around Ohio, like small universities, right?
Yeah.
Bowling Green, I guess you could have said as one too, because Bowling Green is very known.
People do know Bowling Green. People know where the in like the 1960s, there was those kids protesting, and then they were killed in Ohio.
Youngstown. That was Youngstown.
Was that Youngstown?
I think it was Youngstown. You can look it
What
up.
college is that?
Youngstown.
Youngstown College?
I don't know what it's called.
That doesn't sound. Is that right?
I don't know. I think it was in Youngstown. Washington would be like, no, you're not right at all.
Kent
State.
Kent
State.
Okay. That's Youngstown?
Because my aunt graduated from there, and she was telling me about it, and I'm like, well, it's all over the news. How can I not know about this?
Well, it was in the 60s or 70s.
Well, yeah, but then it was like a resurface thing. Like someone had it had resurfaced, and I was like, it's all over the news now. Like,
yeah. Comes back in the news. Breaking news.
Breaking news. This happened. This happened.
The Vietnam War protests. Yeah.
Oh.
You got any questions for Lexi?
No, I don't. Cade, what questions do you have for Lexi?
Some questions we didn't do for
Andrew. Wait. Are these just hand-me-down questions for Lexi?
What posters did you have in your room when you were young?
I think I had Big Time Rush, One Direction. Speaking of Twilight, there was
We haven't spoke about that in a
what's
hot
his
minute.
don't ever speak to me again. Anyways, I think his name was Seth. I don't know. Fact check me for that if you want to. But
From what?
Yeah, from Twilight.
Seth from Twilight.
He was one of the wolves.
He's one of the wolves.
I swear. Look it up, Alex.
Oh.
Hey
I don't know,
Google,
it's like
what's the names of all the wolves in Twilight?
On the website twilightsaga.fandom.com, they say, this pack consists of Sam Yulee, Jared Cameron, Paul Lahote, Brady Fuller, Colin Little C, and by the end of Breaking Dawn, 7 more unnamed members. To find out more, look
Was
for
it
link in your
the
Google
actor?
or Google Assistant app.
I'm not. Well, now I mean, I'm not. Honestly, I'm not sure now. And now she's fact checked me. And I don't know.
So what about the Seth? What about them?
And he was one of the pictures. I don't know. I think it was like
What about Seth was so great?
I was a kid. He was. I don't know. He was hot. He had really long hair. He was just like.
Seth Twilight.
Or maybe it's not Seth. Maybe it was.
Oh, there's Seth. Seth, come on. Yeah, okay.
Seth Oh, is he the main?
Except
No.
for that's not what he looked like on the poster. I think he had long hair. Yep. See, there he is.
Oh, so he was Booboo Stewart.
Booboo. Yes, I was gonna say Booboo. I was like, I don't want to be fact checked and wrong again, so I'm not saying that.
We all know Booboo.
Yeah.
Booboo played Warpath in the X-Men movies.
Oh.
I want to say that's what that was.
Yeah. So he was up on the wall. The
He was in
famous-
something else. Wasn't he like in... Am I crazy? Wasn't he like in like Lemonade Mouth or something?
I have no idea, Kane.
Was he? Yeah, we're looking up now.
Hey, Google. What movies was Booboo Stewart in?
All right, here are some options. Showing on Lounge TV. Which one would you like?
What?
Well,
No, nothing. Nothing. I don't know what you thought I said, Google.
no. Go away.
Which one would you like?
Nothing. Just tell her to stop.
Never mind, Google.
Okay, so yes, he played Seth Clearwater in Twilight.
Okay, no problem.
He was in The Descendants.
Yes.
He was Warpath in Days of Future Past. So I was right about that. Yeah.
Anything recent?
Descendants. I guess it's not that recent, but just a couple years ago.
I mean, he's in episodes of things. Yeah, Descendants is pretty much the main thing.
Yeah, that's the newest one.
He played young Max in Dr. Seuss's The Grinch musical live.
Oh.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He was in the music video for CeeLo Green and Jack Black's Kung Fu Fighting for Kung Fu Panda.
Oh,
Everybody
nice.
was Kung Fu fighting. That's good for him. That's
Good for him. So yeah, no, I get Boo Boo. He's cute.
I think whenever anybody would come in, they would ask who it was, and I'm like, "That's Boo Boo," and they'd be like, "Yeah." I would just like, I don't know. They'd be like, "That's One Direction, Big Time Rush." I mean, there was like some Monster High up there, maybe Hannah Montana, maybe, and
Monster High was good.
they were like,
No, I'm thinking of Sky High. Sorry.
there was no Sky High. I didn't
Never
say
mind.
that one. Monster High, yeah.
Yep. Never mind.
And they'd be like, "Who's this?" And I'm like, "That's Boo Boo." He was right above my bed in seeing distance.
Above your bed?
So like if my bed was like this, well, I don't really know how to describe this for audio listeners, but and then
he was on top of the ceiling when you looked up from the bed. Yeah.
I had dreams about him. I just look up from the museum. Yeah.
So Booboo was your big Time Rush. You know, Big Time Rush is back.
Are they?
Yeah,
I must say I never really knew Big Time Rush. I had heard the name, but I've never really.
Yeah, they had a show I think for a little bit.
Who was your favorite?
I don't know anything about Big Time Rush. I just know that they're back.
This is a big question that you should know this. You should know this. Don't ever speak on Big Time Rush and not know the characters. Carlos is my favorite.
Oh,
Carlos.
I had to say that just in case you guys try to fact check me.
right.
Oh, okay. That's good. Do you have any posters in your room?
I had, some video game posters. I remember when I was growing up, a couple of video games. So like Call of Duty, maybe Assassin's Creed.
Halo.
No Halo, I don't think.
Wow.
What's a Call of Duty poster look like?
I think it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, so it has Kevin Spacey on it or something?
No. I don't think so. Kevin Spacey was in Modern Warfare?
He was in one of the... Hey, Google. What Call of Duty game was Kevin Spacey in?
On the website youtube.com, they say all Kevin Spacey scenes in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. YouTube.
Warfare.
People also sometimes ask me, did Kevin Spacey act in Call of Duty? Do you want to hear the answer?
Yes. Yep. Go for it.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay.
No, well, she's...
Well, yeah, there you go. Advanced Warfare.
I don't know if I played that one. So mine was Modern Warfare 3. And then we had an OSU poster. And we had a bunch of Toontown stickers on that from Toontown Online.
On the OSU poster?
On the OSU poster. Yep. We took the stickers and we put it on that poster. And that's about it. I think those are our posters.
These are a lot of posters.
And we had some.
Yeah.
Good amount. Maybe Black Ops. Yeah, just some Call of Duty and stuff. But I don't remember. I'm sure there's a photo on the photo somewhere.
I had Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and then I had an X-Files, I Want to Believe poster.
Oh, yeah, because you...
It's an X-Files fan. Yeah. I had a little poster of Frankenstein plays that I was in as well. I went first play I acted in. So... a few of those.
Who were you in Frankenstein?
I was Frankenstein's the doctor, Victor Frankenstein, his father, who is called Alphonse in that.
You were Frankenstein.
I was not Frankenstein. I was Alphonse Frankenstein, the father of Frankenstein.
Okay.
Oops.
Hang on. Were you the father of Frankenstein's monster?
No, I was the father of Victor Frankenstein.
Oh, so you were an old man.
I was an old man. And I had a really great... So the
Frankenstein monster doesn't have a name.
Yeah. I didn't say that he had a name.
Oh. You're not getting the whole story right now, are you, through the brain?
So what happened... I was trying to avoid this confusion, and you just drove us right into it by calling him Victor Frankenstein. So anyways, the point is, I had the ending of the show, in this version of the show, was me and my son, Victor Frankenstein, went to confront the monster, and I had a gun, and I was supposed to shoot at him, and then I got killed. That's the ending of the show, and then he's like, wow, what have I done? I'm a monster, things I create, whatever, all that stuff. They cut the scene. And that was like, oh, that's the one I want to do. And they were like, well, we don't really know how to do the whole gun situation. And I'm like, well, we can do all that. And then they were like, well, it's better to end on the fact that his wife got killed on her wedding night, Elizabeth Flavinsa. And the director had this whole idea of like having him discover her and then him being like, ah. And then so I got to come in and be like, oh, son, I'm sorry you lost your wife on your wedding night. And I don't say it. I just feel it and touch a shoulder. And that I'm like, well, that doesn't feel good. So you cut it, and now I just have to go in there and silently console my son.
So you didn't even have a speaking role.
Oh, I did. Other parts of the play, but I had the ending was the big thing.
Well, I will say they have a point. The wife dying makes a lot more sense than the father.
But there was a confrontation. So like there was the whole thing of like he's like I will follow you. There was a whole there was also parts with him and the monster at that point.
Because he eventually chases after the monster.
Yes. And so there's this whole thing. So it was a whole big ending. And then but that was also the biggest scene I was in. And so like we were going there to like kill this monster. But then I get killed and there's like a huge thing that ends it. It's not really how the play ends. It's not really how the movie ends. It's kind of like a half measure between
Should Frankenstein have made the wife for Frankenstein's monster?
So that's even in this thing as well. Is like he in this version like he destroys the like he's trying to build the wife for him and he destroys that, and that's sort of what spirals him.
And do you think he should have? Who was in the wrong?
I think it's more complicated than that.
Did he deserve love?
Well, did he deserve life?
I mean, he's alive, so yeah.
But should we bring someone else in to fill the horrors of life? And then like the whole thing that Bride of Frankenstein, the movie, delves into is that. So you create this person, but there's nothing saying that person will then love that other person.
It's true.
But that's their lot in life or whatever. That's seemingly their whole purpose for living, which is wrong.
So he should have made like 5.
I guess.
You got any opinions about this?
I mean, if that's how you want to look at it, Alex, I mean,
Give him options.
Give him options.
What if
give her options?
Well, no.
Build like 5 men and 5 women. That way
were you saying create 5 of Frankenstein or 5 of
5 all? 5 men, 5 women. That way they all have options.
Oh, you said 5 all.
But someone's not going to have it. It's going to be like a dodgeball situation where you get to the last group and then you're going to be like, I guess that one.
Yeah.
So the last ones left aren't going to be
happy. Oh, you're right.
So we should make 6 and 5. Give somebody an extra choice just in case. Someone will end up alone. Someone will end up alone, and who's this?
Or one will end up in a throuple.
Yeah,
that could be. Yeah,
yeah. I like that. I like that idea. You got a story to tell, Alex?
No, yeah, I can come up with a story real quick. Dave.
So, fun fact: this, if anyone watched our Hannah and Joseph episodes, we're bringing back the Opryland mug in a different situation. We have 3 things in here that were not chosen during their bit. They are starters of a story. So, if you could tell a story that starts with one of these, whatever your story tells. I can't wait to hear this really excellent story that you have.
It's gonna be so good.
So, you have this from the heart. Just read it to us. What was it?
So there's a bit of a downer. This is a bit of a downer. The story is a bit of a downer.
Well, we're ready to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, bit of a downer, but I slipped on a banana once.
Oh, that is a downer. How'd that all go?
Well, so I was walking to my room, my bedroom. This is at my house.
Uh-huh.
I was walking to my bedroom and someone literally left a banana peel in the hallway. This is not a joke.
Who are the possible culprits here?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
know who could have possibly done that?
I don't remember who it was.
You could have probably limited it down. It could be someone
it was someone in my family.
Yeah, who was in the house at the time?
It could have been our dog. Our dog could have grabbed like the banana peel.
They do have those opposable thumbs.
No, I mean, root around in the trash and
root around the trash.
No, this is an actual story, by the way. Oh. So I was heading to my bedroom, and I did not think you could actually slip on a banana peel. I always thought that was like a comedy bit. I didn't see the banana, but still, never thought you actually could. Stepped on the banana peel, thump, fell down, put a hole in the wall.
Are you trying to say that you actually slipped on a banana peel?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. How is that a downer? Because of the wall situation?
Yeah, I put a hole in the wall, and then we had a hole in the wall for like a month because we had to pay someone to repair it. But luckily, my brother had put a hole in the wall. He had punched the wall like several years ago when he got mad. He got off the school bus and punched the wall. Shout out to my brother Adam. He got off the school bus, and instead of hitting a kid, he punched a hole in the wall.
Interesting.
And so
he should have punched the kid.
He should have punched the kid.
It would have been a better story.
So he came back. He put a hole in the wall, and then so we had to get it fixed anyway. So it was just like, well, we're getting that.
So did you just make the hole bigger or a second hole?
This is a completely different hole.
So 2 holes.
Yeah, now there's 2 holes. One's in the hallway, one's in the kitchen.
Oh, so they're different wall textures too.
Yeah, different wall textures, different. We actually put duct tape over the one in the kitchen.
Wow.
So
some people hang pictures. Some people just
they're probably both too low, or at least this one would be too low, right?
yeah, it would have been like
So where? Okay, well no, but yours where you kicked the wall.
Oh yeah, it was ground level because it was like, and so it was in the hallway. So if you've been to my house, like it's, where the I don't know how to describe it. There's there's that big open space and there's like a bar thing right there, right? It was right underneath that.
Oh, so it was the half
Wow.
wall.
Yeah, the half wall is where there was a hole.
Okay. Well, that's a fascinating story.
That was like an 80% true
wasn't
story.
too much of a
Downer.
but-
So
Didn't break my heart.
yeah, I didn't know where to go. But here's the thing. So my mom is actually the one who slipped on a banana peel. My mom actually slipped on a banana peel.
Oh,
Don't
so
know
you're
how the
not-
banana peel got there. And my brother was the one who slipped in the hallway and put a hole in the wall.
Why'd you? Well, you could have just went with it.
yeah, why didn't you just go with it? Why would you lie to us?
Why would you lie? I have a 100% true story that I'm
Yeah.
about to tell.
Oh, do you?
It kind of relates in some small way. Oh, mine's long. I'll never forget the road trip I went on with Billy Ray Cyrus. It's unforgettable. If I had to describe it in any way, it's unforgettable. Now, many people might be asking, why on earth would I have went on a road trip with Billy Ray
How'd
Cyrus?
you manage that?
How did I manage that? That's exactly the question that people ask me every time. So me and Billy Ray go way back. We, technically speaking, I was a child actor in that soap that he did a medical show. I don't know if you know this. We called Doc. Hey Google, tell me about the TV show Doc starring Billy Ray Cyrus.
There are 26 people in the cast of Doc. Here are the first 3: Billy Ray Cyrus, Derek McGrath, and Tracy Shreve.
And if you went a little bit further in that cast list, I'm there as a child actor.
Cade Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was there as a young kid, and so I know Billy from he's like a lost uncle of mine. And then so essentially we had a cross country at one point. Oh, so many shenanigans, so many endless shenanigans. I mean, I don't even have time to really tell the full thing.
Give us one.
Give you one. Billy Ray Cyrus committed vehicular homicide, and. And I mean, just something, an image that you can't get out of your head, really. And this is 100% true, by the way. He hit a person. I don't even know what type of person or what even this gender or anything about it. Just kind of exploded across the windshield. And just really that put a damper on the second leg of the road trip. It was hard to come back from in a lot of respects. But he tried. To Billy's credit, he's like, I have a song to get this off your mind. You know how that heart that we saw go across the windshield. Everyone's got an achy breaky heart. And which isn't necessarily true because I mean that was one of the few organs that didn't get ground to a pulp. So that song might be untrue.
Wow.
That's my unforgettable.
Lexi, I hear you have a similar story. Is that what you were saying off camera?
Yeah. I just love how similar these stories are. They are very similar. Okay.
It's just so heartbreaking.
I don't remember what any of these are, by the way. These were
So, going back to what you said.
Speaking to the mic.
So last summer,
last summer.
I killed a guy wearing a Batman costume.
Were we dating yet?
It is
Wow.
no.
That is
no,
very
you weren't even-
similar.
Yeah, actually, so because you were on this road trip with Billy Ray Cyrus, and so he had made me so mad. Like he was like
Who was the guy?
Batman. He was Batman.
You killed Batman.
Yeah.
I thought you said you killed someone wearing a Batman.
I can't tell the difference. Wearing a Batman costume, Batman, like potato patata.
Wait, so did you kill Batman, or were you wearing Batman?
The world will never know. The world will never know. But we had just come out of Walmart. That's probably where he got it. I mean, or he could be Batman. I honestly couldn't even tell you. But
do you think Batman shops at Walmart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. He was going there for bananas, and that's how it connects, because he was going there for bananas, and then so that's probably what happened with you. But we were coming out, and he was like, "Hey, I don't like your Crocs," and I said, "Excuse me? Who are you?" I was like, "I don't know who you are. Like, you're gonna come at me?" And we were walking and going into traffic, pushed him, got hit by a car, splattered across the windshield. So, speaking of that, yeah. So, and it's not.
Whoa! I gotta say, I did not see those two coming to connect at all.
Well, yeah, this is a 100% true story. Like,
that really.
I mean, he told me coming out, he was like, I needed to buy more bananas. I put my bananas somewhere, and so I was like, okay. And then, like, why would he hate on my Crocs? They're the same color as bananas. Like, it just so, yeah. And then that was the end of him.
Yeah, it's funny how they were all connected. We didn't know that when these stories happen to us in isolated conditions.
Yeah, it was 100% true.
Yeah,
Lexi, I have to give you huge props. Cade and I both looked at each other and just burst out as soon as you were like, I pushed him out in front of a car and he splattered.
Yeah, his heart went across and all. Like, going down the road, like, when I hear going down the highway here, achy breaky, I'm like, this is really Billy Ray Cyrus? Oh my God, he's singing. That's what Batman gets. Don't ever test me again.
Wow. That really caught me off.
Yeah.
That really got Cade.
Yeah. Speaking of Crocs, so I think this is where we have our Crocs story. So if you aren't subscribed to our Patreon, you definitely should. You have missed a whole saga.
A mall saga. And
a mall saga.
And a little bit of a Croc chronicle. Crocs Chronicle.
Say that. How would that work?
A mall saga, Crocs Chronicle.
How would you combine Croc and Chronicle?
Chronicle.
Crocinal.
Crocinal.
Crocical.
Chronicle. Chronocroc.
Conocroc.
Conocroc.
Conocroc rolls off the tongue better, but I like Crocical. So we had a whole Crocical on the Patreon. So I mean, long story short, Lexi got her Croc shined, and
just one of them.
One singular Croc, a crow.
And we have, Crocs are very important to us here. I'll show my Crocs here. Here we are. Oh, I did a good job there. See, they're blue.
You can't really see the green.
Can't really tell. They're green.
Here, can you switch to your camera, Cade?
Oh, yes. Oh,
look at that.
There we go. There we go. So, yes, I mean, we talk about it quite a lot on here.
Hey, Lexi, lift up your foot.
No, we're not to mine yet. Oh. You're trying to steal the spotlight.
You can kind of see your
yeah, you go ahead, I guess, and show your. So this is the Croc.
Can you go to the Lexi? Yeah, look at that.
There's this one that's got a little van, a little butterfly, bee, Miss Potato Head.
What are those things called?
Gibbets.
Gibbets, yes.
Gibbets.
Gibblers.
So, I mean, I do think that, I don't know, I think I should get into gibbets.
How does that make you feel saying that out loud, Cade?
I don't know. I think I need to. So the amount of times that Crocs have, worked their way organically into our conversations here is a lot.
You're a big fan of Crocs. You were a fan of them in college before they became cool again.
Yes. I never stopped wearing Crocs. I wore them when they were popular the first time and never stopped, which is a long time. I mean, Crocs might be the longest relationship I've ever been in.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got everything. They're comfortable. I mean, they're nice. They're nice to be around, I guess. You wear them. I mean.
Now, Lexi, yours have, they're fuzzy inside. They have a fuzzy inside.
They do. They're for, winter and stuff like that, I guess you could say.
But Cade's are just plain.
Yeah, I'm wearing socks with them for some reason right now, but thought I would.
And, they make Croc boots now and Croc shoes. Not like
platform Crocs too, yeah.
Like tennis shoes, tennis Crocs.
Yeah, I have one that's has a.
I'm not lying. Don't look at me like that. They're tennis shoe Croc tennis shoes.
Okay.
I will look it up.
So you call them tennis Crocs?
I think that's what you have to call them, right?
We have to. Is it like legally? That's what it's called.
I'm gonna look at tennis shoe Crocs. Croc tennis shoes.
You know, I was hoping when we praised Crocs last time when we tagged them in that they would really like love us and be like, love the Croc support, but they didn't.
They should have.
But there is a Croc influencer that did share our thing and was very happy. So there are
serious?
yeah. There's
See? Croc tennis shoes.
Well, they just look the regular.
yeah, I have a cloth
okay.
one or whatever that's in there. That's Crocs.
Wait, the Croc influencer shared it, or
Yeah, and he commented on it. And he's like, and he did the little alligator and little green hearts.
yes. Hey, Croc influencer, if you're watching again, how are you doing?
I mean, I do like that he did that. I mean, I like that there's a Croc influencer. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Wait, hey, you
That
know
was
what?
very nice of him.
All right, I'm going to go back. We're going to give him a proper shout out. So you two keep talking about Crocs.
It's on Instagram.
It was Instagram. I thought it was TikTok.
It's Instagram. How else would you have shared it?
Yeah, you make a
reposted
good point.
it. So yes, we'll shout him out in a second. But where do you get your gibbets at?
Technically speaking, I was with you one of the times I got some of these because the claw machine in arcades, they sometimes have them, and I got a couple from there.
With me or with Cade?
Cade.
Yeah, we went to.
Yeah,
claw
we were.
machine.
Yeah, we were at the arcade together, just messing around, and then got the B one is from Christmas. Don't know where they got that from. Yep, and then the rest of these. Oh, there's actually like what's a little dude from Cedar Point, a little yellow bird, Alex. Woodstock? No. Woodstock, yeah. So I think I got him from Cedar Point. Then I have a little ladybug from Amazon.
There he is. What's his name? Oh, go ahead, say it. Say it for us. Go ahead and say whether he has a blue check mark.
Say it, Alex. Say it. Come on.
Doogie Lish.
Let me
Doogie
see.
Lish. Doogie Lish?
Or Doogie.
Doogie Lish? Doogie Lish? Doogie Lish.
It's kind of how Billie Eilish's name is spelled, but without the
That's
extra.
why I was like Eilish. Is it Eilish? Is it like Doug Eilish? Doogie
Doogie
Eilish?
It does
Doogie-
show his name, and it says
Lish.
they have a space. It's Doogie
Doogie
Lish
Lish
Sand Tiger.
Ah.
He has
2,318 pairs of Crocs. He's the Croc
Wow.
King. I don't have many talents, but I do randomly have the largest collection of Crocs in the world. # Crocs World Record. He has a Vice article about him.
Oh, he hasn't posted in a while though.
That's cool. Good on him.
Yeah, we shout out to him.
Doogie Lish, shout out to you. You and your 11,000 followers. We love you. We love what you're doing.
It's a Croc King.
He has a lot of cool Crocs. Oh, hey, that's sort of similar to yours.
It is sort of similar.
Oh, see, sort of similar. I said.
Oh yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Anyways, shout out to him. Shout out to him.
Shout out to
Yeah,
him.
shout out.
You know, speaking of things we did, so we went to a few days ago. Went to a corn festival.
Yes, we did. It would make
Yeah.
Ohio happy.
It was the Green Corn Festival to be specific.
Green
Yes.
Corn Festival.
And we went over there. We walked through the ride. We didn't do any rides.
We played 3 games.
We did play 3 games.
We won a flower
Single flower.
by getting 1 dart. We tried getting balls into cups, and we didn't. We got 1 ball into a cup, but it was not the right
This was
color.
not pre-planned, by the way.
No, it was not.
We went. We were driving. We went to Bixby, Oklahoma, for a Chinese buffet. Well, didn't go out there for a Chinese buffet either. We also happened upon that. We went out there for other purposes.
Mexican food. We went out there for Mexican food.
We went out there for Mexican food, but then we would. So then Alex wanted Chinese buffet.
And it turned out to be really good.
It was really good.
It was really good. It was.
And yeah.
Shout out to China One or whatever it was called.
That was East China.
Shout out to East
I
China.
don't know what it's called.
And so, yeah, we played 3 little games. So get a ball into a cup, but we got it into the wrong colored cup. Get the rings onto the bottle, and we got 0 rings. And then throw 3 darts, and I got the single dart.
So can we talk about Becky, the artist lady?
Oh, the one for the shirts. No.
No.
The one with the painted.
Becky. The painter.
The painter.
Oh.
Painter Becky.
She had her
Becky.
gallery.
Oh yeah, the gallery. Yep.
Okay, so this lady was out here. She's got prime real estate. Her name's Becky. I would assume that was her husband who was out there with her. As soon as we show up, that she rushes into the thing. I don't know. There was other people in there. I don't know if she rushed in there to try to sell us with it, or she was rushing because we thought we was going to destroy her paintings. I don't know what it was, but she's out there in a tent with her husband, trying to sell her paintings. And then she rushes in because there's a sign that says, "Come inside, too. We have other paintings
We
inside."
did make a point of being like, oh, it says go inside. Should we go inside? We can
Yeah.
go inside.
Yeah, and then she kind of walked over there to this. So she has all these paintings, and each
Beautiful
one,
paintings.
They're all landscapes, various landscapes.
Beautiful.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful landscapes. Don't know what her name is outside of Becky. All of the things are signed Becky, and they all have different prices. $45.90. $45.90 is what most of them said. $45.90. And we were like, wonder what that is. And this is a really cramped hallway that we're in.
It was very.
So, okay, then it turns out that it means the frames. It means that if you wanted the frames. And then I grilled her on the frames. I'm like, did you make the frames? And she's like, no, I buy the frames.
Cade was very. He was.
He was very interested
He was
in the
like.
frame.
He said,
Which
"Do
I
you
felt-
make the frames?"
Which then I became, when she said, no, I buy them, then I felt really bad that I made such a big deal about these frames whenever the artwork sort of like she spent all this time on this artwork, and I've been asking her just about frames. And I'm like, but these frames, well, whatever's on the inside doesn't really matter, but these frames are beautiful.
You love the old look of them or whatever.
Yeah, I said they fit really well, and then she said she just gets them from a certain supplier, and I'm like, oh well. Then now I have to say the artwork's good because I've kind of dug myself in the hole, really loving these frames that she didn't even make. Anyways, point is, I guess my question is, so she just rents out the space, right? She just year round being an artist,
I mean, I would guess so.
and
Well, she was sharing it with two other.
No, so yeah, actually, the one hallway that we didn't turn into because I was like, oh, there's nothing in here. There was actually a lady in the back room, and she was painting stuff. And I don't know if it was Becky or who it was. But Becky came from the outside, so it was Becky and.
do you think that
co-founder.
Becky is taking credit for this lady? She's the person out there doing all the work, and then
Ghostwriter?
yeah.
We're gonna get Becky.
Well, no, there was also a hair salon next to it as well. So I think it's a shared.
Yeah, but on the
rental
other
space.
side.
Yeah.
Do you think she just has this hallway? Because there's a bathroom leading to it. So do you
No
think she
public
just-
restroom though.
Yeah, she had like a little. What are those things
Yeah.
called? The little bamboo things
Yeah.
like across. She was no, and then there was a little sign like
Kinda
going all the way
respected
through.
it.
She was like, "No public bathroom." On the outside of the store, no public bathroom. I was like, okay.
They're very clear about
I kind of
that.
respected it though, in a way.
Yeah. So I mean, it was very interesting. Like, it was very interesting. I don't know, like why that would be, or like would a gallery in the middle of Bixby, Oklahoma, do really well?
I guess it does well enough.
Well, I would say this is probably their biggest time of the year.
I was about to say because she had a lot of paintings outside, so I'm wondering if she which I doubt. Like, did she make these paintings way before, like preparing for this, or like
Maybe, yeah.
like coming from like an artist point of view? It's like, I mean,
These are hand painted,
yeah.
pretty large paintings. All of them are different. I mean, they're all like, here's a tree and here's a woods or here's a waterfall. But they all are like, they're not like, here's like several of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like you could do.
Yeah, I did notice when we were outside, when we were looking at the outside ones, I did notice there was some that were very, very similar, but she added like a little bit of something different into it. Like there was like
The color
a
scheme was
waterfall, or
different.
the color scheme was different. Yeah, or the size was different.
She
And
used
I really
a
liked
lot
that.
of purples, and I really
She
liked
did.
that.
Yeah.
They were pretty. But
We should have bought one.
Yeah, we should have. But oh well.
Yeah.
I'm sure she did good there.
But my favorite part was that there were people. There's people who lived right across the street from the festival, and they just set up like their own little personal lemonade stand. Not even part of the.
Actually, there was a lemonade stand outside of Becky's art studio,
Yes,
and it
there
said
was.
"free lemonade" by
Tips appreciated.
tips appreciated or something. I
But
was
like
that's
all
really
the water
nice.
was charged, right? Wasn't it
Yeah,
some
I
weird
think
like
it said free lemonade, water, and I was like, why?
Water is $1. Lemonade is free.
Okay, yeah, like.
But they probably get more money from selling lemonade because people are like, "Oh, I can give you a."
Well, they weren't selling the lemonade.
You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just want.
But you think that people like they're doing this right in front of like the Bixby city police and all that stuff? Like you think they would shut it down?
Is it illegal to sell lemonade?
Gotcha. Put your hands up. Put the lemons on the ground.
I don't. Can you just set up anywhere without like a vendor's license or something?
Outside of your house? You can't.
No, well, that was outside of Becky's studio.
Oh, maybe they owned.
Was this Becky's family?
Yeah. Maybe
Was
it
Becky
Becky.
holding them hostage?
And here's just to be clear here: there's nothing certain that was Becky. We're just assuming that was Becky. Becky could have been slipping away in the back painting.
She could have been, because remember when we walked in there a little bit, there was a lady and we kind of walked back. Then she kind of she looked at us and we made eye contact. She kind of looked at us like, "What are you doing?"
I mean, her door was open.
Yeah, well, your door's open. Like privacy out the window.
I didn't see this part. I mean, I was talking to this lady who I assume is Becky about the paintings, and she did use a lot of. At first I didn't assume that it was Becky. I thought she was just some lady, but then she was saying, no, I get that. Like, so she obviously had the process. She was something to do with the process.
Part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
And she even sort of said I or something that made it seem like she was Becky, but there's nothing concrete that she was. But she was certainly the person, she was watching people, making sure that they weren't gonna destroy her paintings or whatever, or to hear positive things about it. You want to hear what people think about it.
Oh yeah,
And they were pretty.
They were all one. I will say that I feel so bad saying this, but from an artist point of view, for someone who does art and stuff like that, I liked that she had a lot of nature things, but at the same time, it was everything was nature, and maybe that's her specialty. But I was like, can we have some variety? I don't know.
100%.
Throw in a city.
I do think that it's very much here's her style, and it's kind of I want her to experiment.
Yeah.
Come on, Becky.
Yeah, Becky.
Experiment.
From one artist to another, Becky. Come on.
This is what I wanted to ask Becky, but then this other crowd came in, and it was that, did she draw from memory, or did she just come up with these places, or is she looking up photos of Google and painting them? What's the process there? Does she go to all of these crazy places and paint them?
No, that's a good question.
That would have been because there was waterfalls in some of them. Some of them were there was a lighthouse in one of them, I think. And there was a lake point of view, and I was like, wow.
Maybe. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good question.
I think she wanted to be a mixture of a Thomas Moran and a Thomas Kincaid.
Yeah, I was going to say Thomas Kincaid. I mean,
it's very much it's by way of a Thomas. She didn't do houses and things like that, but it did very much seem Thomas Kincaid-esque.
I was about to say, I didn't see where Thomas Kincaid has a lot of variety, so to speak. I mean, I feel like he really does. She just was very outside. I mean, she had a lighthouse one time, so I mean, I think there was a mailbox in one of them. It was just the outside and then a mailbox. I'm where's the house?
Yeah, those were the ones sitting outside, right?
Yeah, I inspected all of those paintings.
Yeah, we were looking for owls.
Yeah, I was looking for an owl or a lake one, so to speak, but she had absolutely no houses.
Oh, you're right. There was no sandy beaches or anything there, was there?
I think there might have been one.
No, the lighthouse is, I think, the one that you're thinking of, because I pointed out to you. It didn't really have a beach feel. I mean, I guess it was a beach, but it wasn't very. She was more focused on a lighthouse, the more perspective of the lighthouse than she was of the whole beach.
There was some palm tree thing, if I'm not mistaken, at one point on the other side. Was there a palm tree?
On the outside or the inside? Because I was going to say on the outside, I'm not sure if there was I know there was a waterfall with trees and stuff in the background, but I don't know if I saw a palm tree.
Okay.
That's actually
interesting.
Now we got to go back.
I got to go back.
Yeah.
Becky?
I never got her name. I just got Becky.
Becky, yeah. But Lexi.
So if your name was Rebecca, okay?
Oh.
I'm not done with this.
Yeah.
He's not done. We're having a conversation.
So if your name was Rebecca, would you go by Becky? Or would you go by Becca? Would you go by Reba? Who would you go by? Or just Rebecca? I wouldn't do Becky, would you?
I feel like there's a lot of
Becky's. I think Becky. Becca or Becky.
You would go by Becky?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Well, go by it.
Oh, okay.
Becca
my name's
seems nice.
Becca would be. I would just go by Rebecca.
Well, I think it's some people hey, we call you Caitlin. So, some people add an E or a Y to the last into names.
So, Rebecca-lyn.
Rebecca-lyn. Yeah.
Or Becca-lyn. But that's why I was going to say Becky.
We're buckling.
Hey, Becky. I say Lexi. Katie.
Katie? Katie?
Yeah, Katie with a D. D.
KD.
Katie.
What's up, KD?
Yeah.
Katie. Just the letters KD?
I would say Katie. I do like when artists, well, I guess it's not really like
have you
when
ever
they
thought
go
about
by, excuse me?
Have you ever thought about spelling your name Kade? Cade?
K-A-D?
D-E, Cade.
K-A-D-E.
Oh, K8. I was like, where's the difference?
K-A-D-E.
People would spell it like that. No, I've never wanted to do that.
Okay, great. Lexi, as you were saying?
You could spell it like K-A-I-D.
I would say, I've known a couple of people that have spelled it K-A-D-E, and I was like,
It makes sense. Cade. But yours is Cade.
But they most people spell it C-A-D-E.
See, I don't like that, though.
Okay.
oh, so you're,
Just
there's the door.
coming out right
the
now.
door.
I feel like your name should be K. Well, or is Cade like with a K more feminine?
I don't think it's more feminine. I don't either way.
You know what? Hang on. Hey, Google, how do you spell Cade?
Cade is spelled C-A-D-E.
Oh, that was a really
Yeah, noob.
that was a tone there.
Yeah, that was
Thank you for my back, Google.
Yeah.
That was kind of sarcastic.
Yeah. Jeez.
She's
All right.
tired of your stuff too.
Yeah, you got me there.
You're such
I
a
digress.
noob. You should
A
digress.
noob. You're calling me a noob?
Noob. Get better. Anyways, like I was saying.
Yeah, what were you going to say before we went off on this?
I like when artists.
I'll call you a noob no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what, it's not going away. I like when artists go by just the initials, like AD or AC.
J.K. Rowling.
No, no.
Your camera the camera's not on you yet. Do you want to say no, like more forcefully?
Yeah.
Now it's on you.
No, absolutely not. No.
What art do you do?
Well, I mean, I do a variety. I guess I haven't for a very long time. My favorite is
She
like,
doodled still.
doodles.
Oh, that's very
doodling.
That's very dismissive.
No,
You heard it here first, folks. He's very dismissive.
Lexi just said I haven't done it in a few years, and then I said no.
She's
Lexi's
yeah,
still doodling.
I
she
mean-
said I haven't practiced art in a few years, and you say all you do now is doodle.
No,
Yeah, that was very dismissive.
no, I said she doodles.
I think the last time you see me doodle was when we were at the museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've done a little more doodling, like on our little whiteboard at home. The snail,
Me with.
the whiteboard, and the snail.
Oh yeah, with Gary the snail. Yeah.
Gary the snail.
Oh, that's a reference a lot of
Gary?
people.
Yeah, his name was. That's what we called him. Yeah.
Oh,
Or was it Frank?
Frank.
It was Frank. It was Frank.
Frank the snail.
It was
It's not
Frank.
Gary the snail.
Oh, okay.
It was Frank.
So Lexi does some doodling.
Yeah, I mean,
Not in a bad way. It's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with doodling. It's art. Doodling.
doodling. Why'd you say it like that? Anyway. I do painting, but my favorite is ceramics or pottery,
Oh,
which is
ceramics or pottery.
well, yeah. Either way, not the same thing at all.
Yeah.
One's a C, one's a P.
Is there any other difference? I mean, it's the same thing.
Is there, Alex?
I don't think there is.
Are you sure?
Ask Google if you want to.
No, I feel confident.
Are you confident?
Yeah. I've been dating you long enough.
So what do you make pots?
I like that we.
No, he's completely serious. I guess I also haven't done that in a while too because I don't really have the materials for it. But the last thing I made was a cup, and it was supposed. Let me go into detail about this cup because it was not the expectations.
Do you know this cup?
I've heard the story. Yes.
You've seen it before. I've showed you a picture.
Oh, a picture.
What
What
was
picture?
the cup, Alex?
I don't remember. I know I've heard the story.
Bad boy. No, I'm just joking.
I'm a bad boyfriend.
Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted it to be like a regular little old cup or whatever.
Oh,
Just wanted to have a little
one of those
regular
old
mug.
cups. One of those
Yeah.
brand new old cups.
Yep, exactly. It did not turn out how I wanted it at all. Love the cup to death still though. It has.
Is it drinkable?
It is drinkable actually.
That's
yeah,
all it
is.
needs to be.
It's it has two handles on one handle on each side, and then there's like a little mouth on the front of it with like a little tongue sticking out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
This is
it's
some
like-
thought.
Yeah.
So where do you put your mouth at when you drink it?
Lexi, can you pull up a photo of it?
I don't know if I have a photo.
Do you
of it.
put your mouth on the mouth of the cup?
No. You drink it like a normal cup.
Let me see if I can. You guys, you continue doing.
So you don't
whatever
do mouth to
gotta
mouth on this
do.
cup?
No. No mouth. No.
No mouth to mouth.
No. Yeah.
I don't think I have other pictures of my other art, but I don't have a picture of that. That's like.
Well, because
that
I was going to
in-
have Cade put it up like right here.
Oh, it was right here.
Well, you can send it to me, I guess, later.
Yeah, if I find it. Yeah, 'cause it was my sophomore year of high school, I think.
Been a couple
That was
years.
a lie.
Oh,
That was a lie. I lied. It was 7th grade.
Great.
that's the last time you've done pottery?
Yeah. Well, 7th and 8th grade, I guess, but
That's several years between that. 7th grade and
Sophomore, yeah, that's at least 3 years.
well, anyways, I mean, I don't really have the materials for it, like, because
Yeah,
I would
it's
have to
tough.
order the stuff I want to use.
And then you have to
kiln.
like kiln,
Yeah, kiln, and then
burn, fire it.
that's
cook
the kiln. Cook it. Yeah. I think I made a little like phone stand. I don't even know what they're called. Just a phone stand. It's like, don't know what it's called. It's one of the old time like music players. It's very old. I don't know.
CD player?
Gramophone.
Yes, that exactly. Why'd you say CD player? It's not that old.
Oh.
So, did you ever do art classes?
I did pottery. I actually really enjoyed pottery as well.
I never knew this.
Oh yeah, I did I think a year or 2 years of art. I think 2 separate semesters of art, like separate years. And clay making pottery thing was my favorite.
It's scary because they could explode.
Yeah, they could. I mean, if you don't, I guess if it's too thin, if it's too big and it goes in, it could be.
too wet.
Or if you're putting things together, you didn't properly score it, it could break apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
You had to let it dry out a lot, is what my art teacher said.
Yeah, you had to sit it out for like a day or two sometimes, depending on how big it is, and more. Just
To make it
depends, I
dry.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I made a few things. I had a little pinch pot when I was in art class, and I had a little guy. He was a little guy.
Just a little dude.
He's a little guy. He had a little mustache and top hat.
That's cool. I made a cup and a flower pot holder, or not a flower, sorry, a candle holder. I don't know where they are now, but I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Mine might have been technically a candle holder. That might have been what that little guy was. Now that you say that.
Did you name him? Just a little
No,
guy?
he's a little guy.
Okay.
He was a
Do you have
little
any
guy.
pictures of it?
I could get a picture of it for future people, and I need you to react to it.
Whoa, that's so cool looking,
Wow.
Cade. That's such a cool little guy. Look at that guy.
He's just a little man with a little top hat.
Yeah, that's so
Just a
cool.
little
Is it a
man.
top hat?
So the top hat's separate.
Oh, I see that.
my gosh, yeah, it comes off.
So it goes off in a
No. It was always off because it was a still photo and they were separately.
Oh.
It's pretty easy
I
to
see
tell.
how it fits on now.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. Okay.
It's just right. It's not too big, not too small
a very
for his
good size
head.
one.
It's a very
is.
large hat.
but it works for him really well.
Yeah, it works for him really well. Yeah.
Okay.
That's really cool, Cade.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate it.
But no, so I enjoyed clay and stuff. But Lexi's a good artist. So
She doodles though.
She
That's all I do. Is all I do is doodle. That's all I do is doodle.
That's what you've done here recently.
Scribbles on paper, and it's.
Yeah.
I guess,
Lexi hasn't really made like big art here recently. But she'll doodle every now and then, so it's nice.
Yep.
She's very good at it.
What have you lost that you would like to find?
This is a
Will to live.
She was going to answer something really profound, Alex. You're not a good co-host.
this is a great question actually.
Oh, okay.
It's a phenomenal question actually. I was like 10, 11 years old and I was downtown Sandusky with we'll come back to that later. I think it was my parents. And I had this really cool shirt and it was like ice cream. It was like all different types and it was like swaggy ice cream, sad ice cream, happy ice cream, and
Swaggy ice cream.
Yeah, swaggy, like mad ice cream, like all these other ones. And
You knew 3 right off the bat, and one of them was swaggy.
it was swaggy. And literally, that's how I remembered it. Because I was thinking, like, actually,
What does the swaggy ice cream look like?
I think it had like a little chain with like a money symbol on it,
Okay,
stuff like that. Yeah,
that is a swaggy ice cream.
had the look. And I think it was like a month ago, I was thinking about that. I don't know why, but I was like, where is that shirt? That was such a good shirt. I want that shirt. I don't think it would fit me now, but I was like, this is a great shirt. It has memories. Because
Wow.
I held it was an anaconda, I think, in that shirt.
Anaconda? Mm-hmm.
She said what she said.
Anaconda and Anaconda.
Said what I said. Don't correct me again. It laid right on my lap.
But it was also on the shirt?
I mean, it crawled up on me a little bit, just like little.
Okay.
Little guy.
So, okay.
He was a big guy.
Oh.
Big guy. Took a picture with
He
him.
said anaconda.
You have a picture?
Stop asking me. For future reference, I might.
So, okay. So you were wondering what happened to that shirt. You haven't been able to find it, or?
No, haven't. I don't know what happened with it. Maybe they got rid of it. Maybe they said she likes the shirt too much. Not allowed to have it. Maybe they just wanted to destroy my happiness. Maybe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of t-shirts, Alex's cat shirt was complimented at the street fair that we went to again. He called it a Grateful Dead cat shirt, which was a weird way of putting it.
And then
It was a tie-dye shirt.
Then some kid said something about it too.
Oh, I didn't get the kid.
Well, yeah,
That teenager?
because we were trying to
Oh,
ask him. Yeah, we were.
That's
yeah.
even more of a story. How did I forget that? Yeah, a teenager meowed at Alex.
Yeah, that was.
He said, great shirt, meow.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the meow part.
Right after they had given me dirty looks because I was trying to get through, and I said, "Excuse me," and they didn't want to separate, and I was like,
Yeah, they were kind of being, how teenagers are.
"Yeah," and then they went, "Cool shirt." Meow.
I think he was kind of making fun of you, but
I said thanks, and I continued on.
Yeah.
Little did he know that he would end up on the podcast.
Yeah. We're cooler than him. We have a podcast. We're showing him. Now we're making fun of him.
This teenage kid
Teenage kid.
at the Green Corn
Yeah,
Festival.
I'm trying to meow at you. I got your back, Alex.
Loser waiting in
I completely
line.
forgot that it happened, but
Yeah.
That's probably more of a diss. I forgot that he even existed.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Little dude was just waiting in line. How boring.
Oh, Cade, have you lost anything that you want back?
If I lost anything I want back.
I can think of something.
Okay, go ahead.
Go and give me a bit of a close up. Can you? No, you can't. I'll just have to look at the camera.
You knew I couldn't give you a close up, and you just. I don't know if this is releasing beforehand, but yes, we changed our setting a little bit.
So, I used to play like a lot of online games when I was younger. When I was much younger.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I would love to just,
Name one.
it was a game called Stronghold 2.
Oh.
And I would play with a friend. I don't even remember his name anymore, but like I had his email, and we would play all the time together. But then one day he just disappeared. I don't know whatever happened to him, but we would play all the time together, and it was fast. It was great. We had each other's emails. I've since gotten rid of my email, so maybe he just got rid of his email. But then other just online friends, that I would play with, there's some of them that are out there that just I don't play with anymore, and I would love to get them back.
So,
so
wait a
you-
minute. That's the thing?
Yeah,
You
I
logged their
said something
things?
that you lost, and you said a human being.
The
Explain
friendship.
yourself.
I lost the friendship. I want the friendship back. I was being, okay, this was really like supposed to be like this, like, you put in like sad music behind. And,
I don't think we have any.
Well, we caught you.
but I lost friendships.
You're
I
trying
want
to
the
manipulate
friendships.
the audience.
I am.
Well,
No.
Now I can't go back. Now I can't go back.
you just said, yeah, I am.
No. I just, this one goes out to all the people who have had online friends and you don't know where they went.
Oh, boy, that's so sweet.
They're never coming back.
They might come back.
You don't even know their real name.
I don't remember.
What do you think they're up to, if you had a guess?
I hope this goes out to all of you. I hope you're doing well.
Oh,
He asked
I
what his
hope-
name was.
I would love for you to reach out and tell me what your name is.
Oh,
Did
no,
any of this ring your name?
Yeah.
Does this ring a bell? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're successful. I hope you're still playing. I hope you
you
have
hope they're
a
still
family,
playing that
maybe.
game?
Just playing games in general.
Oh.
I hope they're doing well.
Well, he
I
wanted to
hope-
know where you thought they were.
Yeah.
Where do you think they are?
I like to think they're in like.
They're in the game?
No, a big city
Got sucked
in the
into
real
the game.
world.
Like
And they're
Jumanji?
trapped
Yeah.
waiting for someone, their old friend, to come and save them. And they're like, someday they'll log back on and
Alex.
save me.
Help.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they knew my name either.
Oh, what was your name? What was your user?
I don't remember. Sir
Just
Peep.
think of one.
Sir Peep.
Sir Peep, please.
I'm pretty sure it was Sir Peep. Or Sir Pimp. It might have been Sir Pimp.
Pimp. Run that by me again.
Your name could have been Sir Pimp.
Or Sir Peep.
Okay. What was their name?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I remember another friend on Xbox Live. His name was like King Killa on Xbox 360.
Did you have any online friends?
Yeah, I have a lot of online friends. I really caught me off guard. Yeah, I mean, I do actually.
Okay.
So, Cade, what's the thing that you...
On what?
Xbox, PlayStation, Discord.
All right, Lexi, when you're down, what makes you feel better? And I want you to talk to the camera for this one. When you're feeling down, what makes you feel better? Like, Kate, can we get a close up?
I don't even know.
It's also close to you.
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. TikTok cat videos. Jinx the cat. I love that little dude. I love that little dude so much. Cats in general, I love them so much. They're just instantly happy.
What do they do that you like?
They're just there. They're just little guys, little girls. They're just there. They're just there. And
okay.
I just love them. And little paw pads. It's the best. Make you so happy.
I really thought Lexi would go into something really profound there, which I really.
Are cats not profound?
I mean, they are, but I thought you were going to go in and be like, oh, this and this and that, and
Well, what about you, Alex? My girlfriend.
Well, that's what I was thinking of saying, but then I was like, okay, I can't keep saying that. I don't know. I like to watch TV. Or watch a show, watch a YouTube show, watch, something on Netflix or Disney, just kind of Survivor if it's on.
What if it's not on?
Then I don't watch Survivor.
Are you just sad?
I'm just sad.
You're just down.
I have a mental health crisis.
You go manic. You're sitting
I
there.
go crazy until I watch Survivor.
I need Survivor right now.
I told you this was going to be a Survivor episode.
I know.
Speaking of Survivor, we just finished watching a season.
Did we say that you guys tried out for Survivor?
We did try out for Survivor.
Yeah, we did.
That's at the very end of the podcast.
So much for having a profound, really clippable moment.
This is what makes you happy, though. This is what
Survivor does make me happy.
What makes me happy? Auditioning for Survivor.
No, so Lexi,
anytime I'm down, I do a self-tape and I go.
So actually, this works out really well. Like 2 weeks ago now, Lexi and I, we live in Ohio, and at a place called Put-in-Bay, they had an open casting call, and I went into it. Lexi, I don't know what you were thinking. I went into it thinking there was going to be like.
What we'll do is we'll cut back. We'll say your perspective, and then we'll do. Yeah, okay.
I thought we were going to go in, and there was going to be like someone there who we auditioned in front of.
Oh, what did you think?
I thought we were similarly. That's a big word for me. Anyways, I thought we were going to go into a room with the casters or whatever, and they were going to talk to us and be like, okay, what's your name? Like, where are you from? And then video us. I thought we would be separate. I didn't think we would be with other people.
Yeah. But instead what happened is they let in about 800 people. That's what they said. They said that they're going to be doing about 400 from each side. So there were 2 casting calls on Put-in-Bay. So 800 total if you couldn't.
And back up here, you guys had to take a ferry.
We had to take a ferry. Yeah. There's no way over to this island other than a boat.
And is the bus, did the bus driver went with you?
Huh?
The Swanson
the Schwann's
truck
guy, yeah.
Oh yes, I have. So I get
this is a very interesting story. So, you've jumped to the more
yeah.
Well, I was just talking about Lexi. So I get Schwann's, which fun fact, they have red, white, and barbecue. Save over $24 during this week's deal. Shop at this. So I get text messages from Schwann's, and
that's weird that they're doing a 4th of July sale. So is that for next year or something?
It must be, so that this isn't dated.
That's odd.
Yeah, so I'm friends with my the Schwann's delivery driver. I get something from him once a month. I love the chicken fries. And so we talk whenever he's there, and we were talking about auditioning for Survivor. So he ferries over. Lexi and I, it was a disaster getting there because, we're making good time, and then we go outside. We're going to maybe be we booked the wrong ferry ticket.
I was going to say, yeah, we booked the wrong one because he had talked with his friend Zach, but not me. He just assumed that I would either 1, know what ferry it is, or 2, there's only one ferry in the whole entire
I thought there was only one ferry.
And so I booked for the wrong one, which turned out to be more expensive, and they don't do refunds. You can only get a gift card for them. And so I had to go through a different ferry, which was cheaper because it was a round trip instead of a one way.
And it was you come back at any time. The other one was you had to choose what times you were doing. The other one was just it's good any time. So that's why we did the other one. So we're just
not being too interesting of a story of ferry related.
Yeah, the ferry part. But, we were running maybe 30 minutes late, so we were going to miss one of the ferries, but it was no big deal. We get outside, though, and they had just done the blacktop on the road. So we had to wait an extra hour before we could even leave. And so, luckily, our friend Zach, he gets there, he gets in line. He's in line for there in total.
He's
the
truck driver
He's the Schwan's truck driver. And altogether, there's people who got there like 7 a.m. He got there at like 11:40, and so he's going through line. We get there, we hop in line with him, and we didn't cut because he was holding our spot.
A spot that we didn't even have yet.
But we made friends with the people right behind us, and they were really cool. We're friends with them.
You're friends with them?
Yeah, I got
now, or
we're friends with them now. So we made cool with them. So I apologize to them. I didn't apologize to everyone behind us, but I did to the people directly behind us.
And you did end up causing a problem with that.
No.
So I guess not really so much because we just added 2 extra people, but they did do a cutoff and they were counting.
They did cut off the line.
They did cut off the line.
So theoretically, we cut 2 people off from the line. But then those people
that could have changed their lives.
They could have been on Survivor.
Yeah.
They could have died from poverty because of this, and a long enough timeline could have caused their children to. The long-standing ramifications of that.
Well, we should have been there an hour earlier, so it never, it shouldn't have mattered. But so it's not my fault that I knew our blacktop was getting redone and I had a map about it and I just didn't pay attention. It's not my fault I didn't do that.
It's also not his fault that I told him the day before that we should park on the other side because of the blacktop.
But it's not my fault that I thought we would leave early enough before they did the blacktop. How was I supposed to know they were going to do my driveway first?
Because the map showed it.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, you sent it to our neighbor. You sent the picture of the map to the neighbor the day before.
I did not look. So anyways, we get on the ferry, we go over there, we have to rent a golf cart because you can drive your car over there and you can but we didn't do that. We rented a golf cart. We drove over to where the casting call is going on. We wait in the line.
It's a very expensive audition that you've got.
It was. But you can spend a day there. So the plan was it was our anniversary. It was our 10-month anniversary, and so it was like we're gonna just make a date of it anyway. So we get the golf cart, we go there, we wait in the line. We wait in line for like an hour and a half, and some people have been there since 7 a.m. just to make sure they get this. Where you were spots 311 and 312.
And 311, 312, because I got the nice interview spot. You didn't.
But we get up there that, they take the name and everything. We get up there and it's just a local news station. They're just videoing it all. So Cade, you videoed me we did some video and you put together.
Previously to this, years ago, Alex, I put in a self-tape to Survivor that you shot and I edited for you.
Yes.
Hey guys, my name is Alex Clare. I'm 22 years old. I'm currently living in Claremore, Oklahoma, going to college. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of background on myself and why I'm going to be the next best Survivor contestant.
And so it was essentially doing that, but except like this is the news station filming you and you're with like a bunch of Survivor fans and stuff. And so, I assume that maybe the 800 people who do that maybe get like seen quicker as opposed to like if I were to just do it by myself. But yeah, so it's just one person standing behind a camera. He records it. You get 90 seconds. I was 1 minute and 31 seconds. I found out. And so then you just talk to the camera.
Interesting.
You were just 1 second above then.
I was just 1 second over. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, pretty good. 131. I was like, hopefully that doesn't disqualify me.
Interesting.
This 1 second really took you right out of the game.
Yeah.
And this would be great to be on Survivor because you have this outlet, which is this podcast.
Yeah. And also,
you got to sell that. These people, they need followers. They need.
Yeah. What was really memorable for me though as well. Okay. So not only was it
trying to get you on there, Alex.
Oh, wow. Thanks. what was really memorable for us though is that like not only was it our 10 months, but it's also like 3 months since my father had passed. And so I went. He was a big Survivor fan as well. Oh. So since the last time I was on this, my father has since passed. So he was a big Survivor fan, and so I went. We were a similar size shirt, so I wore one of his shirts and went in and applied, and I was like, kind of doing this for the both of us. So it was kind of like you know, it was just kind of really nice of just like, you know, we have this thing going, and then my father and I, and so it was kind of this weird like, oh yeah, this is nice.
It's nice.
And then we made it a date, so we went into a little crystal cave, and
The crystal cave was very, very small though. It was also, there was a, what was it, wine
and grape juice.
Wine and grape juice. They showed us how the wine and the grape juice was made.
Was there a lot of people just that had done the Survivor thing?
A lot of people did the Survivor thing and then left because it was not that busy at the island.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that busy.
Not towards the later in the evening.
Yeah, I was gonna say, other than that, I think it was really busy.
Had one of the best burgers I've ever had, though.
Is that where you got the crystal thing? What's that crystal on your wrist?
No, Lexi got this. This is Lexi.
Yeah, we actually have matching, except for, well, mine doesn't have that, but.
Yeah.
What do you like, crystals or something? Is it to align your chakras or?
I don't know, Lexi.
No, it's amethyst, which is like courage and stuff, and clear quartz on it, which just helps enhance other
I wear
crystals.
it so we kind of match.
It's because you were born in February, right, Amethyst?
Yeah.
We're both February babies.
Yeah, because you were, yeah.
You're both born in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, but you know, it was really cool. And Matthew from Survivor, Survivor 44.
Who could forget Matthew?
Yeah.
Was there only one Matthew that's ever been on Survivor?
Allegedly, Jeff Probst, the host, was at the island, but the only person we saw was Matthew from Survivor 44.
But there's through the whole history of Survivor, there's only been one Matthew.
Oh no, sorry, Matthew from Survivor 44, the most recent Matthew. He was.
Do they only go by their first names?
Some people go like by their last name. Some people do like first and last name. But he was like, he's just Matthew. Like most people just kind of know him as Matthew. Matthew from 44.
Well, they also know him because he hurt his shoulder because he tried climbing a rock and then
he
fell off.
Yeah, he had a really bad accident.
Mm-hmm. And he had to get.
He self-evac'd.
Yeah, he self-evac'd because he...
But then he ended up having to get like a lot of surgeries. So it was like, they probably should have evac'd him, but I don't think they realized how bad it was until he had to get all that stuff done.
Yeah.
But he had like a huge impact on the game, even though like, you know, he did something, admittedly, he made a mistake in climbing this rock, but you know, he like, this is a once in a lifetime adventure. Like of course he's going to meet him. Yeah, we got to meet him. We chatted to him for like a minute or two.
Get a photo with him?
We did get a photo with him. Oh. You want to see it?
Sure.
Right here.
Just like, boom.
Wow, that's such a great photo.
Here, Cade, I'll actually show you.
I was say, you got an actual one that was a little too bright, and I got a selfie with him.
Yeah, so we both got photos. As you can see, it's a little bright, but that's him.
Why is it so bright?
I had my photo settings on wrong. I forgot I had it in my Pro.
Did you show him the one that you edited?
Is that the crystals?
Here, this one we sort of edited to make it a little darker. But that was the crystals.
Bring down the highlights a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that kind of.
When you're going through the editing, it just says highlights on it. You just bring it down.
Well, I think we messed around with a lot of it, but it was just like we just wanted to get it quickly fixed. But he is such a nice guy, Matthew. If you're watching this, you are such a nice guy. Anyone who's ever met him, like he's such a nice guy. Look at that smile. Look at the blue flannel. You can see it right here.
Yeah, he was very nice, actually. He gave us a lot of advice for getting the interview done. I had asked him, and he could obviously tell that we were a little nervous, and so he like explained it to us. He's like, just be a good storyteller, and he's actually very nice. So,
and he has such a nice voice. Like he sounded, I don't know. That's something that I listen to. It's just people's voice. He's such a nice voice. He sounds, I don't know. What you saw on TV is exactly how he sounded in person, and so it was just like, you know, he's from Ohio too, so it was like, you know, it made sense that he was there, and so was
he supposed to be there?
He just showed up. He wasn't supposed to be there. He just showed up to kind of.
He did look like he was in line, though. I'm not gonna lie. He did look like he was in line until they cut it off, and
I think he was in line because like the people were talking to him were in line, but I don't think he was in line. Because I think someone asked if he was auditioning again, and he said no. I was just like, he went to Cedar Point, and then obviously there's a Survivor event going on, so he just went to the Survivor event.
So were people like flocking him?
Yeah. You know,
I feel like they were being respectful though. Like they waited, they didn't like, they weren't like being rude about it. So I mean, they were being really respectful about it.
Respectful flocking.
Respectful flocking.
But I mean, you know, he's the only Survivor cast member that people actually saw, so of course he's going to get a lot of attention, and like so a lot of people went over and got selfies and talked to him. I'm sure I mean, he answered this, but I got to give him credit. We've talked about celebrity interactions and stuff before, and
we have. A lot of that got cut because of the bits that we did.
But we've talked about like kids. If like what do you
again? I think a lot of that got cut. But sure, we did.
But he was. I guarantee you, he was asked the same questions and heard the same things like over and over. But every person who talked to him, it was a brand new conversation, and he didn't get annoyed because a lot of people said, "How's the shoulder? How's the shoulder? How's the shoulder? What's your advice? What's your advice? What's your advice?" And then making fun. Hey, you haven't climbed any rocks anymore. But he answered everything like brand new conversation, brand new person. And I don't know, he was just really down to earth, and he didn't rush anyone. He was just there, and then eventually he was like, "Okay, I have to go," but. He was like a genuinely great guy.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, at some points though, you did.
He
see,
did punch Lexi. That's right.
That's after what I was going to say.
Oh,
though.
okay.
You saw him walking down the line, and he was like, he walked down the line willingly and did it because like he would help. He would talk to somebody, go to the next person, go to the next person, and then he got to me and he punched me. I had a black eye for like a week.
He punched you in the eye?
Yeah.
For what? That was a joke. That was a joke.
We love you. If you watch this is such a joke.
We love you.
We love you.
I really thought Cade would get that bit.
It was just a joke. It was just a joke.
I thought he literally punched you.
No, he didn't hit anyone as far as I'm aware. He talked to a bunch of people. He was a really great guy.
Sorry, I really...
Okay, hang on. Matthew from Survivor 44 punched my girlfriend. Put that as the TikTok title.
Yeah. Sorry.
There you go. That'll be a TikTok right there. That'll be. You'll clip those out of order, and they're like, "Wait, no, it's a joke." Cade, you literally looked so. You were like, "Oh my god, he hit you!" And then like when she said the black eye, because like I feel like you were like, "Oh, maybe like he like kind of like accidentally punched you."
Like,
but
then
like
paying attention, he kind of like swung his arm back, and she didn't realize that she was there.
And then the black eye, you got even more confused because you were like, "He hit you!" Like,
yeah.
You looked really. No, he was such a.
I thought he just turned all of a sudden.
He went from nice guy to bad guy.
He's like, I've had enough, and then he just punched Lexi.
Oh my god!
You were the 300th person to ask me, what do I say when I get on there? Bam! Right in the eye.
That's what you say, Matthew. But no, great guy, and it was a lot of fun. We met a lot of really cool people. Some guy kissed my hand during the audition.
Yeah, no, that was after.
After the audition.
Shout out to him, I guess.
I wish I got his. I'm awful with names. If I saw their faces again, like a lot of these people were like so cool because everyone there likes Survivor, and so everyone's talking about Survivor, and who's your favorite? What do you think? And then there's people just out there, and you can. There's people you see there, and you're like, this person is definitely like they're going to get a call back just based on the way that they were. And so I'm excited to see in the next 2 or 3 seasons, will any of the people I saw here get on? Because I think especially us the group of us who stayed together and auditioned, I think all of us have a shot, obviously, especially me. But then there's the guy who kissed my hand. If you're watching, you know who you are.
He got a shout out from one of somebody that was on Survivor.
Oh yeah, he actually
did.
Someone put on a Survivor commented on a Facebook page and said, "Hey," he tagged the CBS or the one of the head directors of casting for Survivor and said, "Hey, check out this guy."
Yeah, he was very energetic. Like when you meet most people, they don't have that energy, but he was very energetic. He literally was hopping to the front of the line because he was talking and making friends with all of these people. But he didn't
cut anyone. He was just, he was cutting people, but he would go back to his spot in line.
Yeah. Well, eventually he was with us, but then he eventually ended up with 2 groups ahead of us. So yeah, he did cut people.
It was kind of confusing, but I don't think.
But they were okay with it though because they were talking and everything, and I think they
so
were
confident.
He was he was that nice and energetic. You couldn't help but not.
Not Zach, but Zach's friend that was there with us. He did mention that he was like, "You're just gonna," because he was trying to make. He was like, "You're gonna cut to the front of the line," and he was like, "Oh no," he was like, "No, I know what I'm doing.
I'm just roaming."
He's like, "I'm just roaming, talking to people, having a good time."
Is that his name, Roman?
Yeah.
I'm just Roman.
I'm just Roman.
What are you doing, Cody? I'm just Roman.
No, it was.
I think that's what you should say. I'm just Alex.
I'm just Alex.
When people
Hey, what are you doing?
accuse you.
I'm just Alex.
Accuse you of anything. Hey, what are you cutting in line? I'm just Alex. Yeah.
What can I say? It was Alex.
It was a really cool experience though, and I mean, it obviously it wasn't what we were expecting, but it was still just the fact that you kind of make a day of it. You're in line with these people. You meet a whole bunch of people, and then
It's a beautiful story. It has a beginning and middle, and now it has an end.
Yeah. All right. Well,
that's the show.
Lexi, thank you for being a part of our show several times now, and I hope you are part of it. Fun fact about Lexi. Lexi is always like, when we shoot a lot of these ever since December, Lexi's usually here, and I force Lexi to go. I don't force her.
He forces me in the closet.
I force Lexi into the closet over there off screen, and she just has to stay there. No, so we go into the room, and Lexi just goes into Tulsa and goes to like the mall and does her own thing. It is sad.
I do feel sorry about the whole situation.
Let me tell Cade this. So before, when we started dating or whatever, and we started coming here and he was doing podcasts, he never gave me the option of like, oh, do you want to go out and do something? He literally he would never ask or be like, well, how long is it going to take? Because I need to know what Lexi's going to do. He'd just be like, Lexi. He'd be like, whatever. He never had anything. And I was like, Alex, he was like, oh, by the way, we're doing a podcast today. And I'm like, oh, I was like, well, what am I going to do? He was like, oh, I just thought you'd just sit there.
I can't. That is true. That makes me sound like an awful boyfriend, but it's true.
So all this time, there's been episodes out. I don't even remember what episodes were there that this was the case. Lee's episode.
Andrew. Joseph.
Chrim. Which I don't know where these are at with all
There was one with Hannah, I think, that I left as well.
Hannah.
Yes. So there's quite a few of these that Lexi is in the other room for.
Or she goes into town. She has the car.
Yep.
Yes. There is that.
But yeah, when the first time in my head, like Lexi's usually like, watches TV on her phone and does stuff. And so in my head, I'm like, Lexi will be really happy. Just put her on the couch, give her a blanket, maybe a snack.
Was that your thought? Because I do remember that I think I went to the bathroom and I flushed the toilet. And Alex texted me and said, "Did you just flush the toilet? Because we can hear." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "I'm sorry."
It wasn't that great. It was just like, "Did you flush the toilet? Because we can hear you."
Yeah,
that's exactly the same thing she just said.
Keep it down, Lexi.
That is kind of. I'll go back at messages right now, and you said you were like, "Keep it down."
Oh, what?
you were joking, but you were like, "Keep it down." And then I think I was on TikTok, and you're like, I think I can hear your TikTok a little bit. It's picking up on the mics, and I'm like, "How's it picking up on the mics? I have it literally. It's not even playing right now."
I didn't hear any of this, so we gotta say. So you were just,
no.
So any bit of freedom that she had, you try to take it away from her.
But then,
are you not just sitting still and making no sound whatsoever? Because that's what we need you to do.
But then Cade was like, then Cade offered the clicker remote.
But it was Cade. It wasn't you. Cade was like, he's like, well, I mean, you don't have to stay here. Do you want the clicker? You no part of this at all.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I really just thought, Lexi, I cannot lie. I just thought you'd be like, just get you a snack and you'd be happy. But we've come, now Lexi goes into town and goes to the mall and gets these stories.
Yeah, she comes back with stories because, we don't have really interesting things to say or things that we've done. So she goes to town and then brings back stories of the civilization that's outside.
Yeah, I actually go to Walmart. I think every single time I went to Walmart first.
Yeah,
nothing's interesting's happened at Walmart, or there's no stories at Walmart.
But it sets her up for the mall. But you know what? I'll say this. It's like we're living in a historic village and Lexi's breaking out to get a...
The vaccines, these stories of the mall. I completely forgot that 2 hours ago we talked at length about Margaret Peterson Haddox. That was the start of this.
It was.
You're not supposed to tell him that.
Wow.
That was yeah. Well, okay, that's the show.
Yep,
Thank you, Lexi.
That was it. Yeah,
that's it.
Wait, Lexi, where can people follow you if they want to follow you?
Yes.
Do you want to give an at? You do not have to.
I don't even know my ats. Dyslexic or something like that on Instagram.
Just go and pull it up. If you want to.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Right here.
Oh, that's smart.
Here.
Oh, well.
Let's get the close up. Close up.
It'll be right here.
Is it that small in your hand?
Yeah, it's going to be.
You don't want it to be bigger?
like this. It'll be like that phone length.
So it's going to be. Is he?
No, you're fine.
vertical?
You're right. One second.
Make
One
it-
second. It'll be right.
Oh.
Well, that's a really big space.
Well, no, it was too small. Now it's too big. I can never
I
win
think
with
I'd
you.
rather have it too big than too small, though, right?
I can never win with you.
Oh Lord! All right, follow Lexi there or at those multiple ones, depending on how it comes out. But no, thank you, Lexi, for coming on and Cade.
Yeah.
Yo, wrap it up, Alex.
Well, I was going to say thank you for being on because you obviously help us set up some, but I didn't.
It's on my
Yes.
resume.
But I didn't want to speak for Cade. I don't know how thankful Cade actually is.
Yes, I mean, I thank you for you do a lot of the setups here. I feel bad of how we treated Lexi. I really do.
I don't think it was you. I think it was more so Alex. Like he just didn't know what to do with me. He was like, "I'm gonna throw over on the couch. It'll be fine." Like
She set up a lot of the cameras. She's done a lot of the backstage work for this. The lighting, all of that has been primarily Lexi while you've sat there, and I've also sat there. I mean, to me, I have to monitor these things and tell how they'll go.
Well, I have to sit there so we can see the angles.
Well, that's my job. What are you?
yeah, what are you doing? You're not
No,
contributing.
that way you can. So Cade can see. Okay, is Alex cut off? That's what my job is
Oh, okay.
for. Okay, Lexi. Well, I just wanted to say thank you for being on with us.
Yep, it was fun. Not being left on the living room. So thank you for having me. No, I think it should be something about me killing Batman last summer.
Lexi kills Batman.
Lexi does art. Lexi doodles.
Lexi doodles Becky.
There it is. That's the winner.
Yep, there it is.